Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be talking about the anime that I have been watching this 2026. There has been a lot. So at the end of last year, I got super back into anime and in manga, and I just started binging stuff, and I went kind of crazy, and I just kind of wanted to go over basically all the stuff I had been watching, and I wrote a list. I wrote a list of like all of the stuff because I was like, there's so much uh that is just that I have been watching, that I've stopped, that I have backlogged. I have a ton. I watched like 30 series at the end of last year, uh into the new year. So I went ham. So this is all of the stuff I am currently watching. I did put it in a list order in the stuff that I am enjoying the most. Um, so if it's like a tier list, I guess. So the ones that are at the top are the ones I like the most. The ones near the bottom, they're not bad. I'm just not super deep into them, and I'm not feeling them as much as I am feeling the top part of my list. I have made other videos on a lot of the stuff that is on my list, comparing it to the manga, because I do try to go and pick up like the very first volume of the manga if I can find it, and then I'll do a comparison. Uh, but this is what I've been watching currently, uh, that has just started. Things that I have been concurrently watching or that I have backlog, not on this list. This is just what I'm currently watching. So at the very top of my list, I have Witch Hat Atelier, which I am also reading the manga of. I adore this series. It's so good. Chef Kiss anime, the art, it's matching the manga. So, and I even like the stuff they're adding in. It's great. It's wonderful. I am gonna try to keep these very brief to make this not like a 30-minute video. Next on my list is Marriage Toxin. This one's been really cute, very quirky. I like the art style. I like the characters so far. It's not super deep in, but I do like the unseriousness of it without it being super duper cringe trope. Really like that. The next one I'm watching is Pardon the Intrusion, I'm Home. I have only watched like the first, I think I've only watched the first episode actually, but it was really good and really cute. And I think we can all relate to a girl who works hard all day and then just wants to go home and watch anime. She's like, all day, it'll be worth it. This is very cute and very funny. The next one I actually found because it was on the homepage for Crunchyroll, and I was like, sure, why not? And I gave it a shot, and I actually ended up really, really liking it. And I just watched all, I think, 4 or 5 episodes that were out, and it's called Daemons of the Shadow Realm. It's kind of cheesy, but I kind of dig it. I don't know. There's just something about it that's scratching a very particular itch in my brain that is really making me enjoy this series. It feels like something I would have watched on Toonami. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the nostalgia itch that's going on. The next one I just started. I've only watched the first episode. It is The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. I have a feeling this one might get uh a little much. Considering the very first episode, there's like a scene and they have to like do the anime shine where it's like, oh my god, is that you know? So it's very funny. Uh, Again, only one episode in, so I'm not like, I don't know exactly how I'm feeling about it, but I did find it quite funny. The next one I'm watching is Gals Can't Be Kind to an Otaku. I want to say I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I really like it. I like the premise, and this seems to be a setup for a lot of anime going on right now. It's where there's this guy and this really popular girl, and she's not at all who she actually seems to be. She's actually like, oh, Like, I'm cool, man. Like, I'm chill with this. And that, I feel like that's the premise for a lot of a lot of anime currently. I kind of feel that way with polar. You and I are polar opposites, where the girl seems like she's like this outgoing, like, but she actually kind of worries what people think about her, and she's overall just like super chill. Like she's up there energy wise, but overall she's like very cool with like what people do, and she doesn't judge them for it. That seems to be a very ongoing theme, and I feel like it kind of kicked off in Dress Up My Darling, because I resonate with that series. That girl is just like, I'm into cosplay. I'd love to do it, but I can't. And she finds this guy who can, and she doesn't judge him for the things that he likes when he was so used to being judged. Because back in the day, back in my day, uh, being into anime was not mainstream. It was weird, and you were made fun of for it. So, it's very like a thing that a lot of people resonate with. So I see where they're going. But that one is Gals Can't Be Kind to an Otaku. Very cute, pretty likable character so far. I really want to watch more of it. The next one is, it's so long. I made friends with the second prettiest girl in class. Same trend. He is like, I just want to be a teenager, man. I want to play video games. I want to eat pizza. And I want to chill at home on a Friday night. Maybe that's not so teenager, but I don't know. Me now, I'm like, yeah, I kind of wish I had done that more. I kind of wish I had done that a lot more when I was a kid. Like, man, just chilling at home, playing video games, eating pizza sounds pretty sweet. Sounds great. So it's pretty cute so far. It's, again, I'm not super deep into it. I think I've only watched about 2 episodes of that one. But it's pretty cute so far. The next one I actually stopped watching because I didn't like it. Watching the Japanese dubbed, I feel like maybe the dubbing was maybe more long-winded than it needed to be. So I rewatched it in dubbed, and I liked it a lot more. And it is Agents of the Four Seasons Dance of Spring. These anime names are so long. But that one, again, I didn't really like it when I watched it first. It was a little bit hard to get into. But like once it got going, I was way more into it. I think I've watched two or three episodes. I can't remember, but I think I'm up to date on the newest episode at least, and maybe one behind. But I really liked it. It was good. I look forward to maybe liking that one more. I think once it gets, I feel like it's just kind of be a slow start, a slow starter, and then once it gets into it, it's going to be a lot better. So these ones I have not started yet, and I think they are, one is from, I guess last season's anime, and then a lot of them they have just started, but I haven't gotten around to watching them quite yet. And that is, I'm sure I'm going to butcher this, Champagnon Witch. This one is a bit of an emotional series from what I read of the descriptor. And I've been in my crybaby era, so I haven't wanted to watch it because I feel like I might get a little too emotional. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be feeling all those things quite yet. So I haven't watched that one yet, but it does look interesting. Very deep, nice animation, but just not mentally prepared for that one yet. The next one is Ascendance of the Bookworm. I actually watched this series when it originally came out, and then it took such a long break, and I probably need to rewatch at least the last season because I vaguely remember what's going on. I feel like this one might get weird. I hope it doesn't. So far, it's just this girl trying to survive in this new world that she's found herself in, and she got isekai'd there, of course. She was, an adult woman just tending a library, and she's kind of trying to get that life back by taking care of the like nobles books. She's hoping she'll be able to do that. However, she has like this magic thing going on with her. It's very interesting. It's really hard to describe in a very short term way, but it looks pretty good. Or at least I enjoyed the first season of it, and then I cannot remember much afterwards. I remember she made paper and they were losing it. They were like, this kid made paper? Holy shit. They were going crazy. So that's all I really remember, is that she was just making stuff she knew about from her world, which was kind of funny. But that was Descendants of a Bookworm. I need to catch up or rewatch so I can actually remember what was going on. I like the premise, but again, I don't remember much of the later on seasons. Except for I feel like I thought at the very end of one season, I was like, this could get a bit strange, and I don't think I like that. So hopefully it doesn't. Fingers crossed. The next one is Needy Girl Overdose, which is based off a game that was really, really popular. I think it's like a visual novel-esque type game. I don't know much about it. I like the art style and I like the characters. That is really the reason why I added it. And I can't tell you much more about it otherwise. It seems like it's a bit of a darker series. As I feel like if you make an idol series or something like that, you immediately have to go dark with it because you're trying to relate to the Perfect Blue movie, which was incredibly dark. But again, don't know much about it, like the art style, like the girls. The next one is Mistress Catan is Devilishly Easy. I haven't watched this one yet because I'm honestly thinking I might drop it after the first episode because I think it's gonna be kind of weirdly tropey, like, oh my god, girl with big boobs, I bet she falls on somebody, oh my gosh, I bet someone gets stuffed in between those things, it's definitely gonna be very tropey. I think, I hope not, because I don't really care for like the really cheesy tropes unless they're tastefully done. Maybe someone getting stuck between them things. Maybe that's the tastefully done. But I haven't watched that one yet. It does look interesting. I like the art style overall, and that's kind of what drew me to it and why I added it. So we'll see. I will get to these. They are unwatched currently. Probably after I finish a season of what is on my list or some of my backlog, I'll bump one of them up. But I currently have just so much on my list that I'm watching and that's still ongoing that it's just exhausting to try to keep up with everything that I'm doing. So I was like, let me just go over the ones that I am watching that I am really enjoying, that I am keeping up to date with, and not ones that I'm kind of sitting on and waiting for them to either completely finish so I can just binge watch, or waiting for them to be dubbed and things like that. But that is what I am currently watching in this anime season of 2026. I hope I maybe entice you guys to check some of these out. If anything, I say check out Witch Hat Atelier because it is amazing. It's probably my most enjoyed one from all of these. So, if anything, maybe check that one out. Check out the manga, check out the anime. I think it is an enjoyable series for all. Because it's a really well written story. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what's on your watch list, what you're currently watching. Maybe I missed something. I try to keep up to date, but it's hard because there's a lot of anime. So, tell me what you're watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!